government wanted to do anything, not exclusively through their mouth, either through President of India, unfortunately through the Speaker chair. That is the problem. Sir, even after the Misa, see what happened in Misa? Yes, there is a totalitarian, authoritarian government which did not pay attention for the fundamental rights as enshrined in the Constitution. That is a simple, arrogant, authoritarian demolishing the democracy. You cannot equate that Misa or emergency with this government, because this government is doing complete naked fascism. What is meant by fascism? Any discrepancy, any lawlessness or any violation can be happen universally without caste, without race, without religion. But whereas this government targeted minorities and non-Hindus and tribals and Adivasis and Dalits in the name of majoritarian religion. This is the racism. This is the fascism. I am proud to say that I came from a land which is known for Dravidian ideology. The ideology was proposed and propounded by Thandai Periyar, and it was later protected by Chief Ministers, late Chief Ministers Aringer Anna and Dr. Kalaignar Karunanidhi, and it is still being patronized by the present Chief Minister Dr. MKStalin. The Dravidian ideology rightly rejected in Tamil Nadu the fascism of BJP in the past election. All 40 seats, in spite of the tour, my sister Mama said, wherever Modi's went, the seats are lost. You can count, because some of the places BJP won. Our case is nothing else. 7 times he came. 8 times he came, but nothing. 0 out of 0. What does it mean? What does it mean? Whatever be the celebrations, whatever be the assurance, whatever be the long promises that has been given through this parliament, through outside, is not acceptable to the people of Tamil Nadu, not once, twice. I am asking the treasury bench, please learn where you heard. What is Dravidian ideology? Why your ideology is not being rejected? Sir, when I am thanking my party and leader and people of Tamil Nadu for such a decision that has been rendered, I am also equally grateful to the people of Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan and Punjab and Haryana, because people wanted to divide north and south. I think this is a good sign, positive sign, which is started from UP, Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan, that no more division between north and south. Politically we are going to be united, and ultimately the constitution is going to be protected, at least in near future. So to that extent, I am express my thanks to the people of Uttar Pradesh. Sir, the present address that has been delivered by the President, I have read fully. On 2 forts, the President address stands. One is they wanted to create an artificial trust as if the people are having upon the Modi and the government. The second thing is, which is strange to me, that they are claiming to the world that Constitution is not mere a document for internal administration. It's a new thing. Constitution is not for mere internal administration, because Constitution says Supreme Court, Constitution says Parliament, Constitution says Assembly, Constitution says Election Commission of India, Constitution says Public Service Commission. These are all for the internal administration. The President address is very clear. I surprise. The Constitution is not only for mere administration, it should be converted into the public consciousness to uphold the sovereignty of the country. Really, I salute. Really, I salute. But the only thing is whether you are competent to say that. Yes. By your virtue of the past activities. Yes. That is the problem. Sir, Vice President of India, officially speaking in the Speaker's Conference, that I cannot accept the basic structure of the Constitution. What is basic structure of the Constitution? that has been contemplated in the preamble of India. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, secular, socialistic and democratic republic, which covers fundamental right, which covers minorities' right, which covers judicial activism, which covers judicial supremacy. Any law which is going to be passed by the Parliament can be struck down with Supreme Court. That is the basic structure. Sir, before going to the merit of the speech, I am having two things on behalf of Tamil Nadu, government of Tamil Nadu. The one vital important issue is NEET. NEET, my brother, leader of opposition, clearly set out the facts and the consequences, what is happening through the NEET by this country. You opened three windows. One is merit quota, then management quota, then payment quota. Sir, 780, a person got 780 marks. 720, he is getting merit seat, okay. A person who is giving 680, he is going for management quota, he has to pay 10 or 15 lakhs or 7 lakhs. Again, exclusively management quota or NRI quota, if he is paying 25 crore, if at all he is getting 225, he will get the seat.
Exactly.
Is it not? Is it not humiliation? I am sitting with 650, I am not able to pay because my parents are poor, whereas 250 marks, my colleague sitting nearby, maybe forward community or lower community, notwithstanding the community, the merit is being compromised because of the system. Because of this, we lost more than 20 human lives, students' lives. We passed a resolution. Sir, we enacted the law into the assembly. Tamil Nadu assembly passed the resolution. Thereafter, we enacted a law. Both we sent to the government of India. It is still pending. You are saying that Tamil Nadu is separate. People are claiming separatism. You are not honoring Tamil Nadu. The political will that has been reflected in the assembly. More than 8 crore people through the 234 MLAs, which is not being recognized by you. That is why we are teaching lesson 40 after 40, you are losing them. Of course, it is not mentioned in the President address. Caste-based census. Since Rahulji vividly expressed all these things about the NEET, I want to come for the caste-based census. Sir, you are claiming Hinduism. Yes, we are all Hindus. The difference is which Hindus you are. I am a Hindu according to law and constitution. Since I am not a Mohammedan, since I am not a Christian, since I am not a Buddhist, since I am not a Parsi, I am a Hindu. The law says this is Hindu. If you are really having worry about the Hindus and integration of Hinduism, you must have caste-based census.
Exactly.
The reason is, I may be permitted to take 5 minutes more because I want to celebrate our religion, provided you should give equal opportunity to everybody. Yes. That's all. We are not against God. If you say love is the God, if you say fraternity is the God, if you say something, humanity is God, yes, we want to see. Even we are ready to accept Modi as a godman, provided you should be having such a qualification. The problem is you are having no such qualification, we cannot believe it. Sir, what is caste census? Ambedkar rightly said, I quote, Hindu religion is nothing but assortment of caste. Sir, division of labor is universal to the entire world. I cannot stretch my cloth, my own cloth. My cloth, cotton is cultivated somewhere else by a farmer. Then it comes to spindle, textiles. Then it was made as a cloth. Then it was given to the tailor. Then he stretched it. So in order to have a white shirt for Raja, so many people are working in the field, so many people are working in somewhere else. This is division of labor, distributing labor. But what has been done in our religion is division of laborers by birth. If you are a scavenger, do it after your father, father. I cannot come out. If you are a carpenter, you do it. By birth. So the wrong that has been inculcated in our religion, right or wrong, according to Periyar, according to Ambedkar, the division of labor was misinterpreted, division of laborer, that should be removed.
Discrimination by birth.
That should be removed. So division of laborer, you want to maintain. That is why you brought Vishwakarma. What is Vishwakarma? After completed 10th standard, 12th standard, if I am a farmer, if I am a carpenter, you want to give 3 lakh to me, don't go for college, you go for carpenter. So you want to maintain this same caste system in order to keep the Hindu religion for your own political convenience. That is not acceptable to us. That is why I'm telling, sir, I'm telling the truth. That is why I'm telling, right or wrong, 2000 years, it has been inculcated in our mind by way of division that caste system is there. Sir, my forefather, sir, I belong to scheduled caste, according to law. In my family, all castes came into existence. Still, I am being branded as Dalit. What is my forefather? My forefather used to go for Sri Lanka. Because they are having no money here. Because of poverty, because of innocence, because of illiteracy. See, my forefathers went to Sri Lanka because of poverty and illiteracy. The grandson of the forefather standing before the parliament, sitting with Rahul Gandhi and opposing Modi. My daughter is studying in London, the famous university. Who did it? All these things done by Periyar and Ambedkar, Anna, Dr. Kalaignar, Dravidian ideology. We want to have a Dravidian ideology. Please make it universal for your convenience. Education. So what is the problem with religion? By way of doctrine of division of labor, what has been prevented? The first thing is education was prevented. Don't read. That is your Manusmriti. Then don't get property. I cannot own the property. Then enslavement of women. These are all the things contemplated in religion. It has to be removed. That is why the caste-based census is very essential if you really wanted to have an egalitarian society, which the founding fathers wanted to see. Sir, coming to the President address, what type of trust? See, the document says we want to establish more trust. Before going to the trust, what about the past? In the SOI government, we accused the happiness index. Our place is 136 out of 200. Hunger index, our place is 107 out of 122. The calculation of GDP, according to the international standard, not even 4.4 or 5, but you are claiming 9. When you are disputing that, you are saying that no, the standard of calculation is not admissible to us or acceptable to us. Then coming to the white paper, you said some white paper full of graphics, completely confused graphics, which did not say about diesel price and petrol price, gas price and poverty ratio, unemployment. So silently, willfully, wantonly and surreptitiously, stealthy manner, you want to suppress poverty ratio, petrol, diesel, gas, everything, and you wanted to say some graphic and say this is my white paper. How can you cheat the world? Sir, again, what happened? The corporate tax from 33% for the corporate, the Modi government reduced to 20%. Even 1%, I am told by the economists, it may run 50,000 crore. Who is looting the money? Who is looting the money? And suddenly you are saying that if during the election course of time, suddenly Adani became your enemy? Ambani became your enemy? People are totally confused. Why you got 250? Because of the confusion you got 240. Sir, I charge. How many PSUs you sold? The Nehru invented PSUs, not for profit alone. Nehruji wanted to accommodate backward class and scheduled class as employee. Those who are educated, graduation in the universities, in the PSUs. Now, what about Air India, LIC, banks and other PSUs? You sold it saying that profit is not there. The profit is not there. If it is privatized, where is the scheduled class and OBC and minorities will get the job? Not at all. The social angle of the PSUs and the public sector undertaking, not at all taken into consideration by the government willfully because you wanted to have a Hindu Raj with the elite people. Sir, Amitya Sen, I want to quote again. Somebody mentioned in the last session, 2 people are selling India. I do not want to mention the name. 2 people are buying India. This is the government of Modi. Having said by Amitya said these 2 lines, the silence which is being kept by the Modi government, even it cannot be matched to the graveyard. What does it mean? Sir, again you wanted to trust, create some trust. What type of trust?
Faisabad, where the Ram temple was opened with, inaugurated with much pomp, sir, BJP lost. That was a message. And so also Varanasi, where the Prime Minister contested, last time his margin was 4,85,000, and this time it was only 1 lakh and odd. So there is an indication that people were not satisfied and happy with the earlier government. The convention is normally the president will call the leader of the single largest party to form the government. If the single largest party doesn't have a majority, he will go with the support of some alliance parties, and then he will be asked to get a vote of confidence motion in the House. That has happened during R. Venkatraman's period. That has happened during K.R. Narayan's period, sir, but this time it has not happened. Sir, the British Parliament is working for 300 years in the same house, whereas we moved to a new house. Now we are deprived of a central hall. Even after 5 years, we will not get acquainted with the new members of Parliament in Lok Sabha because nowhere we can meet or we can come across them. What is going on, sir? But that abandoned central hall, this time, the NDA members of Parliament sat there to elect their leader. Some sentiment? Did you feel that central hall or the old Parliament have suited you much than this new Parliament or anywhere else? Sir, the President, Dravidian Murmuji, may not have the opportunity to watch the full proceedings of the House. Unless otherwise a member from the opposition speak, she may not have an opportunity to look at what is happening in the House. Because the Sunset TV, which is meant for the Parliament, is only for the treasury benches nowadays. It only focuses upon them. Whatever we do, even maybe disturbance, it doesn't matter. It must be telecast, and the people will decide whether we are doing it right or wrong. In the 18th Lok Sabha, after entrusting the irregularities of NEET examination to be investigated by CBI, and after cancelling the NEET examination for postgraduate, the prior night to the exam, making thousands and lakhs of student aspirants, medical doctors, of course, those who are for PG are basically doctors, they were stranded. Everyone has reached their centers, but the previous night they cancelled. Where has it happened? And they say proudly, we have taken initiated action. We ask why it happened and how it happened. It is not locking the stable after the horse has run. Lakhs of students have been put to trouble. My dear friend, Mr. Nagar, please. I may speak against you, but it may of interest to you. Why it happened? They should have not allowed even an iota of doubt in such. When you were particular about NEET, Tamil Nadu is revolting. So many students have committed suicide, and the Tamil Nadu Assembly has passed a unanimous bill. The president of our nation signed immediately the farm bills that were passed in the Parliament, which was not in the proper manner. It was not debated. The amendments we gave were not discussed, and they were not taken to standing committee or select committee as we proposed, but she gave assent to it. And she gave assent to UAPA, and she gave assent to the 3 infamous criminal law bills, which is interesting, emboldening the police like anything, and changing the nomenclature. It was immediately signed. But Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly, which is a part of the Indian nation, has passed a bill unanimously twice and is still waiting for the assent of the President. What is happening? It should be taken into account that the federal government is not that creates the states. It is the states that create the federal government. So the sentiments of the people of a state and the decision that has been arrived at an assembly wholeheartedly should be respected by the President. Maybe any government may be here or there, but it is the state assembly's resolution. But it is still pending. In the interest of the state, of our people, we don't want to say that ban it or something. Give an exemption to Tamil Nadu. Even that is not recognized. Even the president in his address recalled emergency. We don't say, don't speak about that. It cannot be concealed. Because DMK, the party from which I am speaking, was the worst sufferer. We lost our government. Our leader now, their chief minister, and myself were imprisoned for 1 full year. We don't deny that. It all happened. But later, Mrs. Gandhi came to Chennai, and in Marina Beach, under the presidency of her leader, Dr. Kalaignar, she regretted for all happened in those times. I go beyond that. It was a declared emergency. But the undeclared emergency in the BJP. What is going on? You are forfeiting the rights of the states, the people, the minorities. What does the CAA do? You bulldoze everything. That too, the criminal law bills, 150 MPs from both the houses were suspended, and then it was passed. What an important bill. Stakeholders were not called. Nobody was consulted. Nobody's views were taken into consideration, even the members of parliament. Alternative perspective should not be looked at as adversary. Democracy is, every issue has two sides. You will be having one side, we will be having one side, both should be discussed, and we should arrive at a consensus. But you don't allow us to speak. You don't listen to us. The Prime Minister, who has never met a press all through the years, before the elections, kindly take note. What happened was, on May 19th, the Prime Minister appeared before the media and told that share market is soaring high and high, and after June 4th, it will reach historic top high, and so all be ready. The Prime Minister told. On June 1st, after when the exit poll survey was given, some media, it is unimaginable, it said that 401 seats BJP will win. It's a cooked up one. Where is 240 is there and 401 is there? How can errors happen like that? So it is deliberate. After this 401 forecast was done by exit poll surveys, for your kind information, what happened? The NSE increased by 733 points on June 3rd. Miserably, BJP didn't form the government. On June 4th, the Sensex fell down by 1,379 points. Thereby, how much the investors have lost, you know? Small investors, 30 lakh crores rupees. The next day it fell down. All small investors who were tempted to buy that because of the exit poll survey, the Prime Minister, is it the way, it is a responsibility or job of the Prime Minister and Home Minister to talk about the share. But small investors, see, I am talking about the poor common man. No, it is not the big corporates. It's an ordinary investor who is much interested in share market. They have lost 30 lakh crore rupees. That's what Mr. Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition, has proposed, that a joint parliamentary committee has to be constituted to look into this issue. So this is a very big economic scam that has happened. People are affected. See, I'm not raising just false, evasive allegations based on every truth. I belong to a political party. I am on the opposition. If I show an elephant and say it is a horse, it is your responsibility to prove that it is an elephant. But we are saying it is an elephant, but you don't accept that, because we are saying it. Even if we say a spade, you don't accept it. So democracy is totally curtailed. The right of expression. We are not allowed to speak in the parliament. We are not heard. It is not taken into importance. This all happened in all the past 10 years, and now let it not be repeated. That's what we request. We expected a change in you, but actually it is not so. It seems again the same old thing. At least I again expect those two very strong alliance partners with you, Mr. Nitish Kumar, the social justice fighter, and Chandrababu, the federalism who stand by that, will be having the reins of this government, at least to safeguard the interests of the nation.